I'm Tim. This is Mason, and we're 716 Outdoors. Got a big episode for us today.
Oh yeah,
this is our
100th subscriber.
It's a milestone for us. One question that I've had a lot of people ask me about who have seen the show. They all ask how we got to know each other, how we got started with it. So, you want to jump on that answer?
Yeah. So we're having some issues with cell service at our camp in Cuba, and we said, well, we might as well get some internet up there. And the primary internet provider in the area is Spectrum. So I think it was my uncle had called and set up an appointment for the internet to be put in. And so one afternoon, went up to camp, waited. Then here comes the cable guy.
Cable guys just show up whenever they want.
Oh, yeah.
That's
true. And it was Tim. And, he installed our internet, and we got talking about hunting and fishing. I think we talked a lot that day about turkey hunting primarily.
Yeah, probably turkey and deer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, that's a friendship was born that day.
It was instant family.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I remember telling you because I call myself the world's worst deer hunter, because right up until this past season, I was actually on a 12-year dry spell. So when I had met you and we were talking about that, one of the things that you had said right off is, "Oh, come up hunting with us." So went up hunting with you and your family, and
that's when we hunted the paintball field
over in
Angelica.
Yep, we went over there and we hit a couple other spots that day. Still didn't get anything, but had a lot of fun. Started to get reintroduced to the fun of hunting and everything, and it was still a very frustrating time because I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I mean, it was just frustrating.
Well, at that point, you had killed more deer with a vehicle.
I probably still have.
That's fair.
Yeah, I might be even. I like with ending the spell this year or this past season. I may have broke even on that. So, but it's a lot cheaper to get them when you're hunting.
Oh yeah.
I remember one that I got with my work van that was $8,000 worth of not gonna fix it. So
yeah, at least it was with the work vehicle.
Yeah,
not your own.
Yeah, it still affected my insurance though.
Right.
Yeah, because I was still driving. But if I had always thought about it after we started the show. I said, if I get another one with the vehicle, I'm gonna take a little video of myself holding the deer in front of the vehicle, and I'm gonna driving this here vehicle a whole 800 feet per second. Deer just stepped right out right in front of me. I think that could have been a lot of what my problem was with hunting too. I'm out here using rifles like we have over here at Dodge Creek Sporting Goods, and putting bullets out that are going 3,000 feet per second, and I just need to slow them down.
Yeah,
put headlights on.
Absolutely.
Beep the horn a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's between getting to know you guys and going out hunting with you guys after we met there, because I mean, it was that next season, like after you guys were installed at the camp. That's when we went out hunting that following season together.
Yep. Well, and how many times did you say that you were going to give up hunting? And, I'll come get my tags. I don't
Yeah,
need them.
I was really ready to give up. So I guess, that's one of the things that I guess I would like to try to emphasize to any hunter who's just having that hard time is, if it's getting to the point where you're just not enjoying it anymore, and that you're just frustrated when you get out of the woods. You got to keep going. You can't give up, but you have to figure out, if you need to start hunting with other people, try to do stuff to make it fun. Um, I was fortunate enough to get in with a good camp with my buddy Greg, and so between hunting with you guys, hunting with my dad and my son, and then now hunting with Greg's crew up there, and once we do our food plot and tree stand video, they'll hopefully be able to see a little bit of the land that we have up there,
Yeah.
At Greg's property. So yeah, it's I've really been pretty fortunate with trying to turn around not just my luck with hunting, but the fun that I have with it.
Yeah.
And it's not so much about killing a big deer or getting a turkey or whatever. It's more about who you're going with, and the fun that you can have while you're doing it.
Absolutely, it's about the memories and
Yeah,
and the fun.
yeah. Because I had a wise old hunter tell me one time. He said, I can tell you about deer that I've shot, but he said I couldn't tell you all about the hunts or anything like that. He says I could tell you all about the fun that I had with the people that I was hunting with. And my mindset at that time, I was just like, man, well, it's easy to say that when you're seeing deer and you're killing deer, but after this past season, especially, got into muzzleloader hunting. Um, that was an absolute blast, literally and figuratively, I guess. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, even during archery season, I kind of had a little pride in archery season, because I was talking to a lot of people. They're like, "Oh man, this has been a horrible season. I'm not seeing anything. I'm blah blah blah." They're all talking about how they're not having any luck, and there wasn't too many times that I went out during archery season that I didn't see something.
And that makes a world difference when you're
I mean,
got yourself in a
yeah,
mindset of like, I just want to give up.
Yeah, because I had said to myself, well, if I don't get one this year, it's my last season. But I had said that for the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, so, I think it was longer than that,
probably. But yeah, after this season, I sat there thinking to myself, man, I had so much fun this past season. Even if I didn't get a deer, I still would have gone, because I was just having so much fun. So, it's huge for the hunters to realize, it's not so much about what you're doing, but it's who you're out there doing it with that's really going to make a difference in your hunting career. So pay attention to that one, kids. So, but yeah, we've getting back to the show.
We've grown exponentially since the beginning of the year, because we started off this year with 5 subscribers.
Yeah,
and now we're over 100. Last I looked, it was 102.
Well,
that were
I haven't even had a chance to check lately, so
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
And all that is basically word of mouth.
Yeah, it really is. People sharing the videos and everything. But I guess the thing that's been kind of mind blowing with what we've come into with the show, it's this has really opened so many doors for us that I never would have thought. You know, like with Cooper Allen.
Oh yeah.
Um, you know, we
We expressed written permission from his
yeah,
management team.
yeah. I mean, it was just I heard that song. It just made me think of Dora. And when we were planning that episode out, I was like, man, that's just gonna be the most awesome song to be in there. So I emailed Cooper Allen's management team, and within an hour, got a reply, and they said, "Yeah, absolutely, use the song." I wasn't even expecting it for free. I was expecting them to say, "Well, give us so much for the rights to use it in this episode." But he just said, "Oh yeah, absolutely, go ahead and use it."
Yeah. Which was pretty neat too, because you told me that you're going to reach out to him, and so I started keeping track of how many views we had, and right at that time, it went up by at least 2 views.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty cool. They might have actually taken the time to watch
Right.
the videos. I like to think that they did.
Well, that's the story I'm going with.
Yeah. So there is a chance that Cooper Allen did watch some of our stuff.
Yeah. Which Cooper, if you end up seeing this one, we're going to extend an invitation out to you. Come up hunting or fishing with us sometime, and
making maple syrup.
Yeah, we'll make maple syrup. But whatever anything. Time of year you're free, we'll do an episode with you as our guest, and whether it's fishing, hunting, maple syrup, digging leaks, because that's something that I think we're going to be doing next year.
Yeah, definitely.
We thought about that a little late.
We've got some kitchen ideas. For
yes,
that, so.
And that 716 Outdoors Kitchen, that was just something that Mason and I were talking, and I said, we should do some cooking. He says, yeah. So I said, well, if we're doing some cooking, then I need a chef's hat. So got online, ordered some chef's hats, and then we've since upgraded the hats. We've had them embroidered, so we have our nice logo on there now.
And you brought up the idea, and you said, we want to make this fun. And so that's when I made the video with the wah, wah, wah,
yeah,
wah, wah.
Yeah, and I love
with the little song,
because it kind of reminds me of the Muppet Show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Muppets.
It's definitely like a cartoony vibe.
Yeah, and so we've got a lot more cooking ideas that are going to be coming out for everybody. They're going to be a lot of fun. And actually, anybody who's watching on Facebook Live, they're not going to be able to watch that. We're just giving the Facebook Live an inside view of what we're doing.
It's more like behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's this is the unedited version, so we're trying to behave.
that's hard.
Yeah, yeah. At least when it's in the editing process, we can cut out some of the stuff that we don't want said on our episodes, because we do try to keep it all family friendly. We don't want to say things that the younger kids probably shouldn't hear.
Right. Yeah, because as far as our fans, my kids absolutely love our show. They watch it. They'll get up in the morning, they'll have their breakfast, wander downstairs, and they'll just be sitting there watching the show. Rewatching old episodes.
So the episodes that we have that are, a few hundred views are your kids 200 times.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then me another 100. So,
if there was a counter for how many times I watched them while they were in production, then it'd be thousands.
Right.
Because I'll rewatch the whole thing 100 times to make sure that everything is just perfect with the editing.
Right. But yeah, and that's the one episode that I tried to do some of the editing on. I can tell you, I don't know how you do it.
It's tough.
It is.
I love doing it.
Right. And you're a master at it. You watch these episodes that we've done, and and I guess that's something else that I've really enjoyed watching through our episodes that we've done so far, uh, because we've been able to see not only the growth of the channel through the fans, but we've been able to see the growth in ourselves,
Yeah.
with how we can present the videos, how the editing is doing, the getting a little bit better equipment. And speaking of equipment, I guess that's something else that I think we should hit on too, because I've had people ask me, what type of stuff we're using for, and I mean it's literally, like, if I could show you what we're looking at, we have two tripods set up with our cell phones.
And that's it.
Oh,
and we have our microphones.
And we have our microphones with our improvised microphone stand. High dollar stuff. I mean, I think the microphone sets were what, like $15.
Yeah. It was pretty pricey.
Yeah. We also we have some GoPros that we're using.
From eBay.
Yeah. eBay. I got one on Amazon.
Yep.
Which the camera that I got on Amazon was $50.
Yeah. And see, I got, I think 5 GoPros, and I don't think I'm over $150 for all 5 of them.
Right.
With all the accessories and the boxes and everything.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, I got the one, brand new, $50, and then I got a whole kit for like $20. It has like the head mount, the chest mount, selfie stick, the floating stick, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Came with our mic stand. So yeah, I mean, we're not.
When in our original intro, I'm not sure if it's in the one that we have.
It might be in the one that we have as reveal, the big reveal.
Yeah, I know it's definitely in that one. It says right in there, 2 non-professional hunters using, was it cell phones and
cheap cameras or something
like that.
So yeah, I mean, it's just been great, and I mean, we've, like I said, we not only with Cooper Allen, we've been tagging along with Justin Neff with his racing, and it's, I've been trying to get video, but I also help Justin work on his car. So it's very difficult, because I mean, you have your work schedule and everything like that. Yeah. And I have the work schedule, but I'm a little more flexible. I mean, I can call off or whatever. You didn't hear that, boss. But yeah, we, I have plenty of time to take off and everything. So I've been taking off time when we need to go racing. So, but it's difficult to try to film and, get quality video and be where if Justin has a problem on the track and I need to get back to the trailer to help him out, change a tire, whatever we need to do. It's just, it gets a little difficult at times. So, I apologize for the lack of racing videos, but and the lack of quality with the racing videos, but no, it's really, every time I walk into the shop or I see the car come out of the trailer and I see 716 Outdoors TV on there, I'm sitting there going, wow.
Get you pumped.
It does, so it's we'll try to maybe even when we do the editing for this one, like right here, we'll put that the schedule for the races that we have left for the year.
Yeah.
With the series, because I know most of the racing that we've been doing has been out like Dundee, New York, Canandaigua, Ransomville. There is a race coming up in Smethport, Pennsylvania, so just 20 minutes south of Portville. that's going to be coming up during the McKean County Fair. We're going to be racing down there. So, um, but I mean, if anybody has never been to a dirt track race, I tell you, that's racing at its best right there. Um, the quality of the drivers that are out there, the skill that's involved in it, and I've tried to get a lot of the behind the scenes video stuff, like working in the shop. You know, some of the stuff I don't like to try to film, and because there's certain secrets. So I don't want to put any of Justin's tricks out there or anything. But the thing I can tell you though, I mean, back when I was racing, I always looked for that gray area, and I would go and push that gray area a little bit with my cars. And Justin doesn't do that. He is 100% by the rules. And so, to see a car that is 100% legal by the rules, it's being as competitive as he is, that's really something that says a lot for Justin. And and I mean, I can tell you, we are in that shop. I'll work from 8 in the morning till 7 at night, and then I'm working on the car until 10, 11 o'clock, midnight sometimes, and then going back to work the next day. And Justin, being a business owner, he really, he burns the midnight oil a lot down there on that car. So, and he's doing that not only because he enjoys it, but he's helping a bunch of businesses. So I mean, from somebody who has their name on the car, we definitely appreciate everything that goes on there.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a lot of fun though. And I mean, so if you're ever able to go to one of those races, you should really go check one out. I'm hoping that we can get you to one by the end of the season too, if the schedule works out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is one race that I really wanted to go to, but that's going to be on August 17th, and we have other plans on August 17th. We'll actually be out in Elmira, New York on the 17th, and we're going to be meeting Cooper Allen out there and watching him in concert. So hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit of footage of our meet and greet, and we're going to give him some of our merch as well. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, get to give him some stuff as a thank you for.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I mean, I guess what do we have to come in our future episodes?
So biggest one. One of the biggest things is this fall, being able to get out in the woods, do a lot more hunting videos.
Mm-hmm.
We got archery coming up. We got the youth hunt, which
Yeah.
we're still looking for somebody, an eligible youth hunter for that. All the details for that are on Facebook. I believe they're on the page and in the group.
Yep, in the page and the group, and we're putting it out there for anybody.
Yep.
We'll get some, get a kid out, and I mean, might not even hurt to have a couple backups too. If we take somebody out one day and
they bang something, and we can.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. We got to get at least one on board.
We do. Yeah, we'll start with one. So,
so yeah, we got that. We got that planned. And obviously gun season following that.
Right.
But before that, I mean, we gotta get out and we gotta hit up at least a couple fishing episodes.
Yeah, and I think we should do a couple challenges.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see who the better fisherman is.
Probably won't be me.
Well, I mean, the challenges, I think it's just going to make it hard for anybody, really.
Yeah. It'll be fun though.
But something else I'd like to do in the fall, um, take a ride up north to the waterport area when the salmon are running.
Oh yeah.
Get a salmon fishing episode. It'd be nice if we can get a day where we can both go.
Oh, what's the name of that place there? When is that?
Yeah.
Go down there and check out the elk.
Yep. Go a little road trip there. But yeah, I mean we've got that coming up, and I mean
food plot episode,
food plots, tree stands. We've been doing a little bit of that already, just kind of. But I mean, what we try to do is we don't want to just have a 5-minute episode of driving a tractor around in a food plot. We want to try to get more, like have an actual episode where we can show the progress of the food plot over the time. Setting up the tree stands. We've got blinds that we're building. We've got so much going on that it's it's a lot of work to begin with, and then trying to film it on top of, so
trying to find the time to stuff too.
Yeah, and I mean, especially like it's difficult with us having kind of conflicting work schedules.
Yeah.
We've been talking about getting this episode filmed for a couple of weeks.
Finally able to make it happen.
Yes. So yeah, we need to, and as we're progressing, we're getting used to the difference in the work schedules and everything. I think we're going to be able to get together and do some more episodes that are with both of us, because I know I don't like watching the episodes with just me. I'm boring. But yeah, it's there's a lot that we have to especially it's like geez, I'm free today between this time and this time. It's like we could squeeze something in there, So we just need to make all that happen. But it's a
learning process.
It is. I mean, everything about it is learning. I mean, we didn't come into this, we I mean, we put in the reveal, 2 non-professional hunters, but we're non-professional everything. I mean, we just
yeah, I know we've touched on it a few times, but if you, I mean, we've talked about it, but if you were to go back and watch our first few episodes, they were all in portrait view.
Yeah.
And when we put them on YouTube, we're like, why doesn't this look right? Because Tim was putting them up on the TV here in the shop, and the center third of the screen was the show, and then you get these 2 huge black bars, the other 2/3 on the side, and it looked awful.
Well, and you can still see that in the opening sequence a little bit too, because I mean, that's how everybody holds their phone. They're just recording like this.
Yeah, you just hold it like this instead of holding it
Yeah. So
sideways. So we started off, um, in the portrait view, and then we decide, well, let's try landscape. We tried landscape, and it filled up the whole screen. Looked great. Well, then came the sound issue,
hmm
and we said, well, how are we going to combat this? So I ended up going and buying the microphones, and then you bought a set of microphones,
Yep.
and now our audio quality
Yeah.
is
It's
so much better.
it is. It really is.
Because in the one Sugar House episode when we did the 716 Outdoors Kitchen, I didn't realize when I was filming that when I got close to the grill, just all the the splattering and everything, it drowned out your voice.
Right.
So like some of the stuff you just can't hear what's going on, and can't really hear us talking a whole lot. So I mean, with these little microphones, I think was just
Oh yeah. I mean,
great
they were an
investment.
awesome find.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that kind of goes along with the, we the things that we've been learning along the way, and that we're improving on as we go.
Oh yeah, we're
So-
definitely making large improvements, and it seems like with every episode too, because, um, obviously the portrait thing, the going to landscape, the microphones, um, and then we didn't used to talk in our videos.
Right.
I did the narration,
Yep.
the text on the screen, um, kind of filling in everybody like this is what's going on,
Right.
and
And so yeah, I mean, we've been trying
our
to
camera angles. I mean, everything is just
we've been trying to learn as we're going, and figure out what we can do to improve it, and and too, I mean, if anybody that watches the episodes, if you guys have suggestions on something that we could do to make our stuff better, drop it in the comments, send us an email, whatever.
we're always open to suggestions.
Yeah, I mean, we want to improve, not just for us, but we want to improve for you, because without you guys, we don't have a show.
Yeah.
So I mean, we would, but we just wouldn't have anybody watching it.
It'd be for us.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and I mean, then too, like we've been pretty fortunate to, like going back to the doors that this has opened for us, not only with Cooper Allen, but we've had sponsors that have come on board, like Dodge Creek. I mean, that's we're sitting here at the shop at Dodge Creek Sporting Goods in Richburg right now. Um, Brent has been absolutely awesome with us. He takes good care of us. Anything that we need, he orders it right in for us, and
Yep.
and actually, I mean, I guess we could probably show the latest edition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should do that.
Yeah, if you guys need anything sporting goods related, hunting, fishing stuff, reloading, right here, Dodge Creek Sporting Goods in Richburg.
So I was telling Brent that I would like to get another rifle for hunting season. So you're getting the official unboxing here. I wanted a different caliber that I don't have in my collection yet.
But I do.
Yeah, well, now we both do. This here is the Savage Model 110 Hog Hunter. It's chambered in 350 Legend. Something I'm going to be getting in the near future that we're going to have Brent order in is the CVA Scout Pistol, also in 350 Legend. But I wanted something with open sights, and this is it. So nice little compact gun, nice lightweight,
Beautiful color.
I love the color of it, everything about it, so I can't wait to get to the range with this one. which I guess that's going to be another episode that we'll be doing. When we get ready for hunting season, we'll be sighting in bows, sighting in rifles.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's.
You're gonna shooting some handguns.
Yeah. Well, and that's something else I would like to try to do too, if we can get our schedules to coincide. Is I'd like to go up to Portville at the Conservation Club. They do the pistol shoot. I think that would be a fun episode to do.
Oh yeah.
The IDPA style. So that'll be a good one. Those shoots are a lot of fun. I haven't been to one in a few years just because I haven't had time. But if the two of us can go up there together and have a little bit of fun with that, we'll just have to see which Saturday comes up, and I'm off on Saturdays, but I know your schedule kind of rotates, so
yeah, every other Saturday.
Yeah, so if you develop a cough or something like that and decide that you can't, maybe we could. You didn't hear that, Mason's boss. But yeah, so I mean, we have a lot planned. We still actually we need to get up to Franklinville and visit Dylan Howard. We're gonna go up there, make some knives.
That one's gonna take a while to film.
Yes, I mean that'll probably be 3-4 weeks worth of filming.
Yeah.
But Dylan also does some deer processing, and when I was talking to him about the foraging episode, he said that he would also do a deer breakdown video. So if one of us gets a deer, we could load it up and take it up there to him, and
he'd probably do a lot better job explaining it than I would.
Yes. And obviously I don't process the ones that I hit at 70 miles an hour. the truck processed those for me, But yeah, we've got a lot coming up, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and especially so I mean it's going to be really, when you think about it, I mean it's almost August.
Yeah.
So the next several months are going to be very busy for us. Then hopefully we have enough content that we can get everything edited and release some videos over time. And
yeah, our goal is to record an episode and then hold off on that, and then record another episode, and then while we're doing the production of that one, release the first one, so that way we can kind of put more episodes out without having such a huge gap in between.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's one of our biggest things now, is that there's just such a huge gap in between. Everybody's saying, hey,
right,
what's going on? When's the next episode?
Yeah. And I mean, I get a lot of people, they'll come up to me and ask,
yeah,
geez, I want to see the next one.
Which I was excited to let everybody know, hey, Friday, we're filming.
Right. So yeah, I mean, we definitely apologize for the gaps in there and everything, but it's, I mean, we've, between the work schedules that we both have, I mean, we're busy, and we're doing the best we can. But we just need to try to figure out how to work everything in to, get more consistent stuff. And between the properties that I hunt and the properties you hunt, and the work that we're going to be doing, I mean, I'm sure that we're both going to be doing some filming and get everything rolling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so we're definitely going to have some more stuff coming up soon.
Well, in this fall, Alan's coming out from Ohio. He's going to hunt with us.
Yeah.
So I figured we'd get that on camera and have a special guest.
Well, we'll call him our youth hunter.
There we go.
Yeah.
He identifies as a 14.
Exactly. I was going to say that.
I mean, he is like a big kid, so.
Aren't we all?
I mean, heart.
Yeah. just big kids.
I look the same as I did when I was 5 years old. So
Yeah.
I think it was my third birthday I grew the beard.
I was gonna say, because I mean, I thought, like, when your mom was showing me the birthday pictures from when you were younger, staging out through the years, the beard came on, about third or fourth year.
Yeah. Right when I think I was 2 years old when I first started getting like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Right.
I've really started to get hers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Finally, I mean, she turned 2 a month ago. So.
Jeez. Women these days. Joking, ladies. But yeah, I mean, and I mean, what you're seeing here, this is what we are. I mean, we just have fun. We pick on each other,
and this is also why we don't hunt together as much as we should, because we just laugh too much.
Right. I mean, we wouldn't even have to say anything. We could just be 20 yards away making faces at each other. And we'd just lose it.
Or I look over 20 yards away and Tim's dialed in on a squirrel.
It was a big squirrel. It was Boone and Crockett. I mean, that one that, like, over at the paintball field.
That was a big squirrel.
That thing had to weigh 40 pounds.
Yeah, it was big.
I mean, he was bending over the whole oak tree, not just a branch. But yeah, we try to have fun, and
Well, and that's what this whole 716 Outdoors has been all about since the get go.
Yeah.
I mean, it all started in 2020. I was doing the TikTok videos, and it's just a fun thing,
Right.
And then, you had brought up the idea of getting together and, teaming up, working together back in, was it October, November last year? And then
it was late last year. It was like towards the end of season.
Yeah.
And I just kind of said, yeah, let's do a show.
Yeah.
And that's when you had said, well, I already have a YouTube channel. Yes, well, let's start doing regular uploads on it,
Yeah.
So,
well, I got a YouTube channel and I got 5 subscribers. So
yeah, that's a start. Never mind the fact that, they were, your mom, your dad, you,
3 of my other accounts.
But yeah, I mean, the growth is just, I mean, and it's neat too, because like we'll upload a video and then we get to we just gained 3 more. We're like kids on Christmas after we upload an episode and we start to see more subscribers coming on.
Constantly calling and texting each other. Oh, hey, look at that!
Yep.
We're at 90 now.
Yep.
I remember the long hump from 90 to 100.
That was horrible.
And then sitting at 99 for like 2 weeks. They killed me.
Yeah.
I remember talking to Tim. I'm like, Tim, should I just make another account and
and he
subscribe?
Didn't. we got it legit, but but yeah, we
actually I did subscribe to myself using my other account.
Well,
but that was just so that way I could, keep up on it and stuff.
Right.
Because when I used the YouTube Studio, or what was the other one? I'd have to look to see what the name of the app is. But when I use those, it depends on which one I'm logged in as to what notifications I get.
Oh yeah.
So, if I follow it with the other one, then it'll tell me.
Right.
Like, hey, you got notifications.
Yeah. But yeah, we've, it's just it's been a really fun ride so far, and I can't wait to see what we have coming up. Because I really think that with what we've learned so far, the next stuff is, it just gets better as it goes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're definitely, we're going to be doing some more, Yeah, I mean the fishing challenge videos. I think those are just going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Um, you guys will see what we come up with for the challenges, and the ones that we've talked about so far. I think they're going to be
It's gonna
so.
be it's gonna be good.
um,
Another thing I want to touch on too is, um, as far as the channel growth, we never thought we would hit 100 subscribers this year, or
yeah,
at
I
least
mean we were
not
thinking,
until later in the year.
yeah, we were thinking that it would, probably end up being,
Because I think we were shooting for like 50 by like December
right,
originally,
yeah.
and
So
then all of a sudden here we are. Um, was this July?
yeah, into
Yeah,
July,
July, and we were midway through July, hit 100.
right. So yeah, I mean it's just seeing that happen. I mean it's just been awesome. So um,
And what's cool too is, I'll share a story real quick. I pulled into Story Block in Cuba one night. I was getting gas, and I went to walk in, and I hear this little kid's voice coming from the back of this van, and he's like, "You're that guy! You're that guy!" And I'm like, "What would I do?" And he goes, "You're that guy. You were in the woods. You were hunting, and you heard something, and you weren't sure what it was." And I'm like, that video's on TikTok. And that video's like 5 years old now, because I
right,
had heard something screaming in the woods, and it was me just sitting there going, the heck is this? And this kid saw that video, recognized me just walking into the store. So of course I went and talked to him, and he was just so excited. And I told him, yeah, go on YouTube. I got, we got the show on there. You're more than welcome to watch it. It's kid friendly and everything.
right,
Um, so he was all excited. He's like, yeah, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll just have to remember the name of the show. So, I put the nozzle in the truck. I, start pumping my gas. I look in the center console. I got two stickers left. One that Everly had that was kind of crumpled up. She was playing with, and I took him over to him and his brother. You'd have thought that I gave this kid the world. I mean, he was just so excited. I got a sticker from a YouTuber.
right.
He's all excited, and it's great, getting to make that kid's day and everything. And you've had people that have
Yeah,
recognized you, and
yeah. I've been out pumping gas too, and I've had people. Oh, you guys are the 716 Outdoors.
yep,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure am.
it's pretty cool. I've had a few people, that they get excited. They're like, "Oh, you're that guy from that show,"
Right.
you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's just it is pretty cool to have a little bit of recognition out there. Not that we're doing this trying to be celebrities by any means.
No,
Um, you know,
we're just doing it to entertain ourselves and
yeah.
entertain a few other people, I
I
guess.
mean, if we hit a million subscribers or something like that,
It'd be cool.
early retirement,
Yeah.
go into it full time.
I mean, if we, like I said, we're at 102 subscribers now. If we get to 120 subscribers and that's all that we ever have,
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I think that, like, especially as we keep learning, the channel is going to keep growing, and we keep getting more subscribers. I've seen quite a few people popping onto the Facebook Live. Um, they'll pop on, watch for a few minutes, jump off. Um, probably not the most exciting content for them to watch right off the bat, but
That's all right.
but if you do watch this, you go back and watch the live video. Um, follow the links on the YouTube page, or on the Facebook page over to the YouTube page. YouTube.com/ at 716 Outdoors TV. Go ahead and subscribe. That way you don't miss any of the content that we have coming up. So yeah, it's going to be, with what we have coming up, I think that people are really going to start jumping on board with it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And if you guys have any ideas of things that you want to see from us, different episode ideas, feel free to let us know.
Yeah. I mean, we're open to anything.
If you want to see a new segment, obviously, you know, we're going to be still maintaining the 716 Outdoors Kitchen. But if there's another segment that you wouldn't mind seeing, I mean, if there's enough people that like the idea, then we'll go ahead and play around with it. You know?
Yeah. You know, so yeah, I think we're on the right path, and you know, we wouldn't be if it wasn't for everybody that you know supports us.
Absolutely.
You know, even like I said, the sponsors, you know, with Dodge Creek Sporting Goods, Hilltop Enterprises of Cuba. I really like that company.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy that owns it,
he's a little
right.
questionable, I guess, but
yeah.
But yeah, you know, we've been very fortunate, and I mean, you know, like I said, with Justin too, you know, letting us hop on board with the racing team.
Shout out to Justin.
Yeah. So yeah, we're trying to just get anything that's outdoors related, and
all outdoors all the time.
Yep. So I think one little final piece of business that we should do is, you know, we're going to be doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. You're going to be getting some 716 Outdoors merch. We have a nice little fly fishing setup,
which was donated to us by one of our fans.
Yep. So we've got that. We've got you know, like I said, you'll get some merch and you know some other things from some of our sponsors, and so we'll be drawing for that, and maybe you know just put the name of the winner here in editing.
Yeah, right here.
So if your name shows up right here, then congratulations. Reach out to us, and we'll get you your prize.
Yeah, congratulations.
So, so,
and we're gonna draw it at random. It's not gonna be, you know, oh, here's my friend. We're doing it this way. No,
yeah,
it's gonna be, you know, we're gonna put all the names into a pool, and then, well, not a pool, but you know,
yeah,
we're gonna put all the names in a hat, and we're gonna draw one. It's a lucky winner.
It might even be a 716 Outdoors hat.
You never know.
Yeah. So, I mean, or there are those apps that you can do just the number.
That's not bad.
You know, maybe spin that 3 times.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we'll have to spin it 716 times.
This name right here, congratulations. But you know, so I think what we'll do, just for the sake of doing it, is we're gonna take you for a little walk around the store just so that you can see what's available to you at Dodge Creek, and then the Facebook Live is going to be ending. And if you want to see what we have in store for 716 Outdoors Kitchen coming up, you're going to have to watch it on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
because this is going to be a good one. We have a nice meal in store.
Yes, and I'm ready.
Yes, me too.
And also, wanted to let everybody know that we're currently, I mean, we've been doing it for a while, but we're doing a blooper reel that I would love to release as a Christmas episode, and possibly do another sit down, you know, podcast style, and kind of talk about the
my turkey hunting video is definitely going to have to go into that one. So, I guess before we end it, since we're on that topic, I tried to film turkey hunt. I was fortunate enough to get on board with a turkey. You know, big thanks to Greg for that. You know, got a decent bird.
But what happened, Tim?
So I'm inexperienced with my GoPro. I was trying my wrist mount, so the camera was hanging down. I figured that it would auto rotate. It did not, and my sling was also right in the way. So basically you just see my sling wiggle around, you hear a shot, and it's all upside down. So I mean, I guess trying to describe it, it doesn't do it any justice. But when you were there, and then you 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 watch the video, it oops,
it gets me every time.
It does. But yeah, that was fun. But again, that goes back to the learning.
Oh yeah.
So
there's been a huge learning curve with all this.
Oh, it's insane. But you know, I might go and get one of those Tacticams that mounts on the barrel.
Yeah.
That way it's a little more slim than having the GoPro
right
sticking out there.
Well, my setup for my bow, I took it's actually a GoPro mount that goes on like a bicycle seat, and it's supposed to like stick out the side. The thing's about this long, and it comes up off my stabilizer. I got it mounted there, yeah. So it comes up to the side, and I mean it works.
Right.
It doesn't look very good, but it works.
Hey, I mean, if we were going after what looks good, then we wouldn't be on the channel either. So
I sure wouldn't be looking in the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't be looking in your mirror.
I don't want to look in my mirror. But yeah, so like I said, we're gonna take you for a little walk around the store, and we'll end the Facebook Live. We'll continue recording for the YouTube stuff. We'll go outside and get the griddle set up, and then you'll hear my favorite little jingle introducing that segment.
That's right.
So, but all right, but yeah, thank you to everybody for coming along with this one. Like I said, this was just a different style of episode. You know, we wanted to, you know, almost kind of try to be a little more intimate with you guys, just because, you know, I know we haven't been great about talking in the videos and trying to explain what's going on. So, but yeah, make sure you keep following us, and you know, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And we are going to be getting back to more kind of more action stuff instead of you know, kind of the videos that we've been doing haven't been like going out and doing stuff. But
right.
We're going to be getting back to that now that we kind of got the work schedules and everything kind of figured out.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that. So yeah, like I said, follow along. It's been a great journey for us, and I mean, I'm thinking, I mean, at least by the growth we've been seeing, people have been liking the journey so far. So it's going to get better.
Oh yeah.
So. And on? Okay. All right. So on this episode of 716 Outdoors Kitchen, because of the significance of the, you know, celebrating our 100 subscribers, we're going kind of gourmet here. So we're going to be doing an onion bacon jam. We're going to top that, or we're going to top venison steaks with it. We're also going to be doing some potatoes and some Brussels sprouts on the Blackstone. So I have the bacon cooked down here. We're going to scoop the bacon out, but we're going to leave that fat in there. And we're going to caramelize our onions with the bacon fat. So get all this bacon out. The onions were grown by my parents. So big thank you to Rick and Carolyn Root for contributing. I guess that's something else that we didn't mention when we were inside, because we were just actually sitting out here talking about things that we like to try to mention, and things that we should make notes of and whatnot. But our families have been huge supporters of what we've been doing here. When we did the episode for Dora, my dog that passed away, um, my parents were very instrumental in helping build her memorial lamp. We did the maple syrup, and Mason's whole family was very instrumental in letting us jump on board with that. So really, with everybody involved on that, we can't thank you guys enough, because without you, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So big thank you goes out to everybody. So we're gonna let these onions cook in that bacon fat. Once they cook down a little bit, we're going to add the bacon back in.
Some good looking taters there, Tim.
Yeah, they've actually been cooking pretty fast too, so I like that. Wasn't sure how they would cook, because as with most 716 Outdoors kitchen things, it's an experiment. So it's the first time we're doing it, and I wasn't sure how the cast iron would do on the Blackstone itself. So apparently doing very well.
It's doing pretty good so far.
We want to make sure that we scrape the bottom of that pan, because you can still see the little bits of bacon down in there, and that's going to be all the flavor. So we want to make sure we keep all that flavor in there.
On the next episode of 716 Outdoors Kitchen, we're going to do some fried chicken.
Oh, you're not. I'm running away. All right, so we got these onions cooked down a little bit. They're going to keep cooking while we're doing the rest of what we need to do, but we are going to take the bacon that we pulled out, and we're going to put all of that right back in there.
Boy, it smells amazing.
Yeah, that's something that we wish that YouTube had, is smell-o-vision.
Yes.
Because these two episodes of the two segments that we've done of the kitchen, the smell has just been phenomenal. So all that we can do is just apologize that you're not here, because you're really missing out. But we'll just like we did with the last episode when we did the hibachi, we'll put the recipes in the description, and we'll get everything uploaded just in case you want to try it. But I'll tell you, if it tastes anything like it smells, it's going to be phenomenal. So you're definitely going to want to be writing this recipe down and jumping on that. All right, we're going to add some crushed red pepper. We're going to add some black pepper, some salt, some fresh thyme, some brown sugar, depending on what type of vinegar you get is going to be depending on how much brown sugar you're going to want to put in. We're also going to put in some fresh garlic, just harvested by Rick and Carolyn Root, so thanks to them again. That's delicious. We're going to toss in some fresh parsley too. Some smoked paprika. Can never have too much paprika. Look at the color that that's all bringing out there.
It's beautiful.
Have some maple syrup that you saw us make earlier on in our episodes, straight from the Hamilton's maple farm. And then some balsamic vinegar.
I wish you guys could smell just how amazing this smells right now. I promise it looks just as good as it smells. Smells just as good as it looks. My mouth's starting to water.
So we're going to let that cook down. We'll come back in a little bit, add a few more things to that. And in the meantime, let's check on our potatoes. To the potatoes, we will add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, pop some more of that fresh garlic in there. And some more fresh parsley. Maybe we'll just pop a little bit of smoked paprika in there too.
Just a little bit.
Just a little. If you notice, when we cook here on 716 Outdoors Kitchen, we don't exactly use measurements. You just cook like Grandma did, and when your heart says there's enough, there's enough. Would you look at that? Just look at it.
Would you just look at it?
I think we owe Ed Bassmaster $17. So what we have here, we have some Brussels sprouts. I've coated them with olive oil, salt, pepper, and some garlic powder. We're just gonna lay these on here with the sliced side down to get them rolling. So, as we discussed earlier in the episode, I was fortunate enough to end my 12-year dry spell, and I got a deer, so we're going to throw some little backstrap medallions on. Also, just going to throw some rosemary on here while we're letting it cook.
Got a little bit of salt and pepper going on now.
And we're even going to throw just a little bit of fresh garlic in there.
I don't know if you guys could tell, but we're actually fans of garlic.
Well, when you have parents that grow garlic like mine do, it's a pretty abundant thing to have. So we use it and we like it.
Oh yeah.
So to top off the onion bacon jam, we're going to use a little bit of bourbon. This is something that if you don't drink bourbon, you don't have to use it, but it just adds a nice little bit of flavor. I've done this with several other things that I've cooked and thought that it would make a nice little addition here. And we'll throw just a little bit more fresh parsley in there. That is beautiful. So we're gonna pull our onion bacon jam out, put that in a bowl and set it aside. Maybe what we'll do too is we're gonna make a little glaze to top our Brussels sprouts. So we're going to use that bacon fat in there. We're going to put some more brown sugar. We're going to put some more bourbon in. We're going to stir that around, let that the bourbon deglaze the pan a little bit. Just toss a little bit of parsley in there. Give it a little more mix. So we're just going to pull that off heat now. Gonna set it right on the deck here so it doesn't burn anything. Reduce our heat a little bit on the Blackstone. All right, so I think we got everything cooked up nice. So we're gonna plate it up nice and pretty for you. Put some of the back strap on there. We'll throw some Brussels sprouts on. And we're gonna take some of this onion bacon jam, put that right up on top of that venison. That's our meal. Like I said, we tried to go a little bit fancy because this is a big occasion for us. So we're gonna enjoy this, and like I said before, we'll put the recipes in the description and give it a try. We've been sampling this onion bacon jam the whole time, and it's absolutely amazing. So thanks for watching this, and stay tuned for more.